I reached this zebra crossing, then I saw something which is very, very unusual, very, very uncommon in our society. I saw a man who was riding a bicycle. Actually, so he was pushing the bike because he was trying to cross on the zebra crossing. He had a baby tied around his chest, a very small baby, probably I would say something like 1 year or a year and 2 months. So the baby was strapped around his chest using this what we call a chitenge or a kanga, and of course on the bike he was carrying a bag, and this bag had all manner of baby stuff. So I'm assuming probably some diapers, the baby bottle, some water, and I was so struck by the fact that a man, because in our society you don't see men carrying babies, you don't see men attending to the babies in such a way. So I was curious and I looked at his face, and I could see that this man was really troubled. You could see that this is a man who is struggling, judging by the way he looked, what he was wearing, and the baby was soundly asleep. This thing really got to me. We don't know exactly what was happening in his life, so we can only speculate what was happening. But then that brought me to a conversation that I always want to have with men, a conversation of being a father, a conversation of being a man with children, or fatherhood. Okay? Listen, being a father, must be something beyond making a female sexual partner pregnant. Okay? Because even monkeys and goats can make their own females pregnant. What makes you different as a man? What makes you different from monkeys, goats, pigs, and all these animals? A human father must be something more. A human father must do something beyond a monkey father or a pig father. By the way, in English, I understand a male pig is called a boar. B-O-A-R. A boar. I'm teaching English now. I will send you an invoice later. So fatherhood must extend beyond discharging your sperm and contributing 26 chromosomes to form a new human being. A father is an energy. A father is a vibe, is an atmosphere. So that baby, that child, or young boy or girl who is your seed? That seed that you have given out, that baby, that girl, that boy, that is your breed, that is your blood, it is your lineage. Okay? It is your lineage. You must take care of it. Okay? Now, I know there are so many people who grow up without fathers. Now, some of us have fathered kids and we left them sometimes because you are afraid. You are afraid to lose your position of power. If they discover that you have a baby outside, you may lose your position. Maybe you are a senior government official, or you are a clergy member, you are a pastor, a bishop. Sometimes you're also afraid to be arrested. You make a teenage girl pregnant, for example, and you say, no. If this is known, I'm finished. And sometimes you're also afraid, if my wife finds out that I have fathered a child outside our wedlock, my marriage is going to be in trouble. Now, other people, of course, have abandoned their children because they have disagreements with the mothers. You have a misunderstanding or disagreements with the mother, with the baby mama or the mother of your children. And then you hate each other. You just hate each other now. You are too in love to make a baby. After the baby is born, you hate each other now. So others have left their babies because they are ashamed. Okay, they are ashamed, especially politicians. They are too proud and they are too ashamed to admit that they have a baby. Others, it is because we are broke and we have nothing to offer the mother and the child. There's something I want you to understand. You see, the child does not know all these things. A baby does not care about your problems and the mother. A child needs that presence. A child needs love. A child needs care. A child needs to be cuddled by the father. I remember one celebrity said that the memory of the father he has is when he was little. He was a very small kid and he was very sick. And the father, when he was sick, he started vomiting. The father just extended his arms and told him to vomit in his hands. Think about it. The guy was very sick. The father could not do anything about the sickness, okay? Because sometimes you are at a loss. You look at your child when they are very sick and you don't know what to do. So this guy was vomiting, and the only thing the father could do told him, please, here, vomit in my hands. You don't have to take a child to Disneyland to prove that you are a father. Just extend your hands and tell the child to vomit in there. That is going to create a lasting impression. That is going to create a lasting image, a lasting picture in the mind of that child. Let the child see you. Let him know that you are around, that you are there. Okay? Fix a very cheap ball from some rags. Run around with your boy. Run around with your girl. Play with your children. Children, they don't need you to take them to a private jet. They don't need you to bring them on. These are very innocent people. They don't ask for too much. They don't need a swimming pool. You may not have money to send them to some of these best and fancy schools, but you have your mouth. Talk to them. Talk to them. Give them some words of wisdom. Okay, teach them something. At least tell them about your mistakes so that when they grow up, they can avoid them. Encourage them. Pray for them. Speak a blessing in their lives. But of course, not every child will be able to have their biological father present, okay? We need to understand that, okay? I always tell people to live in the reality, and the reality is that it may not be possible for every child to have a biological father present, because we know death happens. Other fathers go to work in foreign lands, and sometimes they don't come back. They go for a long time. Other fathers go to prison after committing a crime, and they go there for a long time. Others choose to remain unknown, okay? Of course, some cowardly fathers, they choose to never reveal their identity to their children. But you see, I want you to understand that child who does not have a father, for any reason, they still need that energy of fatherhood around them, the male covering, the vibe, that male atmosphere. They still need them. So why am I saying this? It is because now the responsibility falls to you and me, who know the truth about what fatherhood is. We must do something for these kids. You don't have to spend a dime. Just love and show these kids some love. It hurts a lot when you see your friends being picked and the father is putting them on the shoulders and they are playing and they're having fun, they are smiling, and you have no one to do that for you. It is painful. So if you pick up your son and put him on your shoulders, create some time. Pick up a fatherless kid too. Put them on your shoulders. Let them experience that feeling. Let them know how it feels to have some muscles, to have some male shoulders. But do it in a way that will not offend the child or the mother of the child, because some people are also very creepy. You don't want creeps. What I'm suggesting is not for creeps. If you know you are a creep and you are a pedophile, stay away from people's children. But if you are a real man who understands what fatherhood is, if you want to extend that hand of hope to a child, of course you understand what I'm talking about. So on a visiting day, when you go to visit your children in boarding school, carry an extra gift for a fatherless child. Take extra. Go and look for a girl who has no one to visit her. Give her some pads. Tell her, baby, these are for you. Encourage them. If you can tutor some child, if you can mentor someone, some of us who are very gifted, who play instruments, call some kids who don't have parents. Teach them how to play instruments. Some of us who are gifted with computers, call them. Teach them how to do video editing. Some of us who are very good in mathematics, find a boy, find a girl who is struggling because they don't have anyone who can carry them through that education process. Mentor them. I saw this man, and all these things came back to me, and I said, I must share with you. I must share with you so that we can fix our society brick by brick. Let me tell you, a boy who does not have a father grows up bitter. Well, if the mother is strong, of course, the mother knows how to fix that thing, because some women are very strong and they have the grace of being the mother and the father. But no matter what happens, Nothing will replace a man, because a child needs to see a guy with a beard. A child needs to see a man with a hoarse and deep voice. A child needs to see that energy, that presence, because a child is always part of the man. You know, we say that women carry children for 9 months, but I want you to understand, men carry children all their life. You have no idea how long those seeds have been turning around in your scrotum. So, men, let us fix our society. Okay? If you see a bitter boy, a boy who's very bitter, probably he's a street kid, just to know you are looking at a bandit, at a thug, at an armed robber tomorrow, but you can prevent this by extending your hand. You know, it is very symbolic what this celebrity said. He said that the father gave him the hands to vomit in. Listen, our children need to do a lot of vomiting, but they don't know where to vomit. Most of them are very angry. They need a place where they can fan, where they can vent that anger. Our children are scared. They need a place where they can go and talk about what is scaring them. They need a place to vent. Okay? So take all those problems and let's call them vomit. They need someone who can extend their hands and say, vomit here. Ladies and gentlemen, actually gentlemen, because I'm talking to gentlemen today. Men, my brothers, I implore you, take care of your children. Let your children know that you are a father. The Bible says that God is a father and a present help in times of need and trouble. Don't allow your children to go through troubles alone. Don't allow your children to struggle. Don't allow your children to be confused. If you are a man, be there. Even if you are not their biological father, help someone, mentor someone, and God will bless you.